So I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I cut my hair.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He's scared of you.
Yeah. When we perceive ourselves to be pursuing our desire, we're on a treadmill, right? Like we're on a hamster wheel. Yeah.
Happy New Year, reality benders. Do you notice anything different? My hair is gone. Yes, that's a whole thing. We'll talk about it another time, but I'm happy. It was a happy choice. Newness, making space for newness. Why a vlog? What's going on? What is this, Dominique? I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I have just been feeling really uninspired with my content. I know that a lot of my content used to be educational, teaching you guys about the law of attraction, which I still fully believe in and apply in my life. But I'm realizing that I can just be honest now. We'll talk about this more in the future, but I'm realizing that to me, the law of attraction is like a science that we just haven't figured out a way to prove yet, and we're making steps towards proving it by studying the brain and studying the heart and studying quantum physics, but we do not have physical cohesive proof of the law of attraction. And because we do not have physical proof of it, I feel like a lot of it starts to turn into this esoteric spirituality. And I love the esoteric. You guys know I'm a yoga teacher, which is a whole nother reason I'm starting the blog, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. I love the esoteric, but the law of attraction is not esoteric. And I feel like when, at least in my perspective, and I feel like when we start to say, oh, the law of attraction is spiritual, that's when we start to take a scientific concept and begin to apply our own baggage to it. And that's the funny thing about the law of attraction. Because I believe that it's a scientific process, I always expect it to work. Because I always expect it to work. It works, right? So I don't want to continue to mislead people into thinking that I practice the law of attraction in a spiritual way. I have a whole spiritual practice, but I look at the law of attraction more as a science, and I want to show you guys how I kind of live that, you know? So that's one thing. Like I said, I'm focusing on becoming a yoga teacher, and we can talk more about my journey with that in the future. But I'm just realizing that for me to be living my purpose at this chapter of my life, I think I need to show you guys how I live. Because what helped me change my life, a big part of what helped me change my life were vlogs, watching other people's vlogs. So it kind of warms my heart to think that I can help anybody expand just by watching my lifestyle. And I know that it's going to be intimate. I know that I've tried vlogging before, but it wasn't consistent enough for you guys to really feel like you were on this wild ride with me. And for the next year, I know. What? Are you sure? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try. For the next year, I want to blog. And I want to show you guys who I am as a person, who I am as a wife, who I am as a mother, who I am as a yoga teacher and a small business owner. I want to show you guys everything. So welcome to my Living in the End vlog. Yeah. And you'll get to know my family a little better too, which is going to be so, so nice. As you guys saw earlier, I was making pancake batter, and I already made
my sourdough starter. I already fed it for the day. I'm really into making bread now and baking because seasonal depression is a real thing, and baking just, it does what I need it to do to keep my vibes high, you know? My sourdough starter is fairly new, so yesterday I used the discard to make pancakes, and the pancakes were very tiny and not very fluffy, which was fine because they were delicious. But this batter is so much thicker than it was yesterday, which is so exciting. We love a thick pancake. We love a thick, fluffy pancake. I'm not super good at making them at perfect circles yet, but you know, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Thank you for food. Thank you for mom and dad really for her birthday and on next year we'll see the fireworks like on the Disney castle. Me and I we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I'll take one. Can I, Mom?
Sure.
You already touched
Hey.
it. Yeah, go for it.
Aw, you wanna come over here? Come over here.
Over here.
And get the egg from Dada.
Thank you.
So I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I cut my hair, and I have so many reasons, but the main reason was the headaches. When I started my locks, I started them on my own, and I did a little bit of research, but I definitely had this idea that, oh, I've done my hair so many times, I could start my own locks. So I started my own locks, and my hair is very coarse, it's very thick, so I can make small locks, and as they mature, they'll get very thick. And I knew that because I had locks once before. But the problem was, and you can look back in my old videos, but I made them very small along the perimeter of my head. And it was fine when my locks were short, but as they started to get longer and longer, my the perimeter of my head, whenever I would put my hair up or do really any type of style, I would get horrible headaches, and my edges were also starting to thin out, and it was just not an ideal situation. And I knew for a long time that I was going to repart my locks, but I just never did, and my hair was getting longer and longer. And then I finally got to the point where I was just like, okay, if I'm gonna restart my locks eventually, I need to cut them, because my hair will just get longer and it will just be harder to cut it because it's more and more beautiful, you know, because my locks were beautiful, but ultimately I knew that the front of them was not what I wanted. So I'm starting over. Probably not this year. I'll probably keep my hair short just for the year, because I do also feel like my locks matured me. They made me look a little more mature. And I think short hair keeps me young. So I'll probably just stick with the short hair for 2023 and then start to think about restarting my locks a little bit down the line. Wait, I got it. AJ, come here. What is the problem, sweetie pie?
The baby mama is over now.
Okay, go ahead and start another one, honey.
Wait, come here. Come here. Just fix your pants and shirt. Come here, please. All right, cool. You go ahead and walk around. Oh, goodness. Just fix your shirt and your pants. Come here.
Princess.
Can I fix your pants, please?
Thank you. Kiss, kiss.
You're stepping on my feet.
Kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss. Oh.
Stop moving.
Ooh.
There, go. Get out. Let me offer. No, ma'am. No touch.
One of my favorite things is Buddhism. I don't practice Buddhism, but I love the philosophy within the religion. And a big theme within Buddhism is understanding that all suffering comes from attachment. So when I was thinking about cutting my locks, it was very interesting, all the stuff that came up. Like, I spent... Turn the TV down. Adam Derrick. Turn the TV down, please. It's too loud. Thank you. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yes, attachment is the root of all suffering. So I try to keep that in mind in my life and noticing when I'm becoming too attached to things, including my hair. That TV is just as loud, but whatever. We move on. So, fun story. Turns out that I have not had the best vision. I got my eyes checked like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and your girl was barely out here with vision. So I have glasses now, but I'm thinking about getting the blue light removed because the blue light is so dramatic. Let me know. Do you guys have blue light in your glasses? Do you like hate that blue reflection? Because I think I do. I think I'm gonna get the blue light removed. But anyway, for those of you guys who care, which I think is a lot of you because you're here, I'm also figuring out what to do with my Instagram content. Like I said before, this is the year that I'm focusing on being a yoga teacher and being known as a yoga teacher. That was my goal. That was the intention behind Brown and Bindi, but I never fully poured myself into it. And then when I started to get attention for talking about the law of attraction, I kind of just shifted into that. But this year, I'm going to focus all of my energy on teaching yoga. And that being said, my Instagram will still only be yoga content. I'm going to focus on making it just yoga content. So that's what you saw a clip of, because I figure that if I have yoga content everywhere, then people will know me as a yoga teacher, not just as someone who talks about the law of attraction, even though I'll talk about the law of attraction until the cows come home. But yeah, I want to be known for yoga as well so that I can teach in my studio as well as possibly travel to different cities and teach workshops. That's always been my goal, like from the beginning, but I just never devoted myself to it. So yeah, and we're going to be doing online classes too. If you're in the Patreon, we already will have one online yoga class a month. That's going to replace our new moon party. We're going to instead do a yoga ceremony. And then I would like to evolve into also having a weekly online class, but everything's gonna have to be one at a time so I don't get overwhelmed and don't bite off more than I can chew, so be patient with me. And if you're in North Carolina, go ahead and email me and I'll tell you where my yoga class is.
Your shoe came off.
Say, look at me.
You were cute. Look at you. Oh, you want shades with it? I mean, that's a good style choice. I agree.
No.
What's wrong with you? Run
Can I? Do you want to spin me around?
No, because mom and sister are here.
Spin us around.
Spin. Have a seat. There you go. That's fun.
No. Because
She's already
we got
waving
spin
back.
for a
She can't.
long time, Daddy.
Look at you.
Can you do that?
Okay, kiddos.
All right, everyone's ready?
That's going to be a long.
Mwah.
I feel like we're real vloggers because we have a car mount. Did I tell you what I'm calling the vlog?
No, you did not.
The title of the vlog is going to be called Living in the End.
Living in the end.
Yes.
In the end.
In the end.
Mm.
Do you know what that means as far as like law of attraction ideology?
I'm assuming that it's oh gosh, what's the final form or
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you want to expand?
you're I'm sorry.
Yes, concentrate. Keep the family alive.
Like your final form, which is your end goal, like the
Yes.
goal you're trying to reach. You're finally in the goal, and or your final manifestation.
Yeah.
Go,
Why is it
Legend.
so bright?
Is it auto?
Yeah, it's on auto. Sorry to interrupt. I'm just like, where am I going?
Yeah, like I was saying, like this is you're living in your final form, your final manifestation goal, and which
Why should we live in the end?
living in the end, I feel like my assumption is I don't have actual reference or proof of it, but
Yeah.
my assumption is if you live in your final form, it expands you to go
Yes.
further, like beyond that goal
Yeah.
or beyond that reality that you're in now.
And it's totally fine if you don't think of the word that I'm thinking of, but you're so good at thinking of the word when I'm thinking about it, so we'll see. What is the word that describes living in the end and also aligns with Christianity, the state of being that we should be in to live a life filled with gratitude right now, the state of being that we should be in?
See, now you said like you're always good at thinking words. Now I was like, I'm drawing.
No,
a
it's
blank.
okay, but you're gonna be mad when I
know.
tell you.
The state of being.
Yes.
I know. I'm gonna when I
Yeah,
hear
you're
it, it's
gonna
gonna
be
be like, yeah. but
Because it's
I'm
in a
not
lot
sure.
of Christian
Wait,
songs
I
too.
know.
What's the answer?
Well, you have the answer.
Yes.
What's the answer? What state of being should we be in?
States.
States. Yes, technically that is correct.
Vague answer. Yes.
Hooray!
Let me think of a way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
So when we perceive ourselves to be pursuing our desire, we're on a treadmill, right? Like we're on a
Okay.
hamster wheel.
Yes.
But when we already perceive ourselves to be living in that state,
Mm-hmm.
we are living in a state of being happy. Yes.
So I see when you said pursuit, and I was like pursuit of happiness. Why I was thinking of a Kid Cudi song, but yes,
We're in a state of being content.
content. Okay.
Yeah.
State of being content. No.
That wasn't gonna come.
That
wasn't gonna come
That
up.
was not gonna pop up in my head. No. But yeah.
But it's all good because I like that we had the conversation. So the title is about showing that we truly do try to live in a state of contentment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that right. I don't think that we chase too much.
Mm-hmm.
We set goals,
Yeah.
but I can at least speak for myself. I don't really I don't really set goals in a way where like I don't put too much attachment behind the goal.
Mm.
Like I hold my
the goal?
yeah.
Yep.
I hold myself to that standard, absolutely, but I I also try to stay in flow and like see what God says about it, see what the universe also says about it. Like, is this the right action, the right focus for this time in my life, dependent on my journey and like who I can be for you and the kids and for other people.
Yeah.
So living in the end is how I want to live. I want to live like I already have everything I want, because I do already have everything I want.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. No, because again, it definitely, like you said, live in
Okay.
live in the now. Live as if you have everything that you already need.
Yes.
And of course, doing that can definitely show gratitude to what you do have.
Are you happy with your french fries? Okay, so it's Sunday, and on Sundays I like to look at my week ahead and figure out, you know, what I want to do on what day to stay organized and to make sure that I don't schedule too much and again get into like that chaotic mental place where like I set all these goals and then don't accomplish a fraction of them and then feel like a failure. We can avoid that by making sure that we only put a specific amount of to-do things on a specific day. I had to start doing this when I had a second child because the guilt that comes with not finishing a to-do list is so intense with me. I don't know if it's like that with you. If so, comment, let me know how you deal. But by really having bare to-do list with like the most important things prioritized, it's been really good for my mental health. My husband bought me this planner for my birthday last year, and I've been waiting for January to use it. I'm so excited. She's so cute. Such a cute planner. And it has stickers and like organizational stuff. Yeah. Let's pretend I can turn the pages. Yeah, it's really cute. So where do I want to start? I'm gonna use a sticky note for my to-do list today. So let me think. I need to send out the presents that my reality benders on the Patreon won. We had a couple of reality benders win some journals and some affirmation books, so I have to ship those out. So prepare journals for shipping. We had 3 people who won monetary prizes, and I've already sent 2 out of the 3 winners their prizes. So I still have to send 1, so I will do that today. I have a online coaching group that I work with every Monday night. So today I'll just like outline what I want to talk to them about. And then I will plan my week. So that's my list for the next hour. So since I have that done, I'm gonna go ahead and plan my week. I'm gonna start with the last item first. And I'm done with my to-do list for today, which is good because my little sister said that she was coming over. She's driving up from Charlotte to come see me and the fam. And I always love when she comes because my little sister is my favorite person.
What's up, baby?
No.
Tickle my back. I
Okay. What? Cheers. Okay, cheers. Now that I have my content. All right.
You trying to bumper car everybody? Introduced this to them. They had shots. They did the same reaction, like, oh, burn my chest.
It does not burn.
The first time with the course, we were like, yeah, exactly.
I don't drink like that.
But Adam has got you in this life.
Okay, wait a
listen.
minute. Wait a
Adam
minute.
has got you in this life of no chaser. I remember when we used to take shots, and you used to have like a little drink, something like, Dominique, you got some? Yeah, I got a little bit of juice or something in there. Now you married this great man here, and I am super happy for you. And now I'm like, hey sis, ever since y'all moved together, hey sis, can I get a chaser? Oh, I don't have none.
I never have a chaser.
Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York.
Yeah, that was good. Red, leather, yellow, leather, red, leather, yellow, well. All that theater training.
Well, one my dad did teach me was a wet red rag.
A wet red rag? A wet red rag. A wet red rag.
It's my thigh meat.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He's scared of you.
Yeah.
He is so scared of you. So tell him in the comments that he does not need to be afraid of you. Let him know that this is a safe space.
Safe space.
Let him know that this is a safe space for him to be himself.
It's a safe space. It's okay.
It is okay. See, yes, be yourself. The internet ain't nothing. The internet is not anything. If you guys have taught me, y'all have taught me that people are either gonna like you, and if they don't, it's because of what they got going on in their own lives.
Thanks.
Like, there's no reason to not like anyone. If someone's not for you, they're not for you. But there's no reason to be like, I hate you, unless you got stuff going on, you know?
Yeah.
So the internet taught me that. You guys taught me that.
Yeah.
So,
You taught us not to have people yuck your own yum. You know?
yeah,
That's
that.
pretty much.
Yuck your yum. Bye.
Yuck my